My name is Gretchen Kother, and I'm here with Louise Hudson. We're with the Lee County Federated Republican Women, and today we're visiting with Barbara Johnson, who is a candidate for the Court of Appeals Judge, position number 1. Hi, Barbara. It's good to see you.
Hi, thank you so much. Good to see you ladies too.
Barbara, I have a question that I think everyone would be interested in, and that is, why did you decide to become a lawyer in the first place?
I've wanted to be a lawyer since I was 12 years old. I'll tell you how I came to that decision. Both of my parents worked forever outside the home. One day I was told I had to go to work with my daddy. Now, why, I do not recall, but it was very unusual. He was a maintenance man in a federal building. Well, he would probably roll over in his grave. He was the maintenance supervisor. But I went to work with him, and he had to work in the basement in the boiler room that day. And he said, "I'm sorry, honey, but I can't take you in the boiler room. It's not safe for a child. So I'm going to set you in a judge's courtroom, and you're going to sit there and behave yourself. Do not interrupt anyone. Do not talk. Do not run in and out of the courtroom. Just sit there till I come back and get you." And I said, "Yes, sir," because that's what you say to your daddy in the South when you're 12. "Yes, sir." So I did that. Now, I was growing up in the South in the 50s and 60s. That's a very tense time in the South. There were lots of riots. There were lots of racial tensions. There were lots of gender tensions. It was just kind of all over the place. So I sat down in the back row of that courtroom, and I sat there all day. I think I held my breath all day. I was so impressed. These people definitely had a dispute, but they got dressed up. They came to a beautiful building. The judge had complete control over that courtroom. No one raised their voice. No one misbehaved. The judge made the decision. The people shook hands when it was over and walked out, and it was done. And when my daddy picked me up, I said, "That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a lawyer and a judge. That's what I want to be when I grow up." Well, my daddy was kind of old-fashioned, and it was the 50s in the South. And he said, "Oh, honey, you can't be a lawyer. Girls are not lawyers. You can be a court reporter. You can be the judge's secretary. You can be a lot of other things, but you can't be a lawyer or a judge. You're a girl." I said, "Well, we'll see about that." And so until I finally got accepted in law school, I fought with my daddy about that, and my mama too, because ladies are not lawyers. They do not argue. But I finally made it, and it is the most interesting, rewarding part of my life, except for my family. That's why I became a lawyer.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us.
You're welcome. Thank you for letting me.